Hey everyone, welcome and thank you so much for being here yet again. And I just love that you are following your intuitive, following your guidance, following your heart. And you are exactly where you need to be right now with this in regards to listening to this message, following this channel. And certainly when it's time for you to depart and go somewhere else for other messages, that's really your call. But I do appreciate your effort and your time in being here and sharing in this journey with me. I am, as you know, my life purpose is to, the core of it is love, to help others come into that beautiful understanding of your inner self so that you can blossom and grow into something equally as beautiful on the outside as you are on the inside. And I mean that in every way, guys. And so it is my life purpose to be a messenger, to be a healer, to bring to you inspiration, to bring to you clarity. And I'm going to say that it is spirit that works through me. And yes, I will take some of the, you know, I dare I say credit, but I don't mean it that way. But I am giving of myself to you and to me because Spirit does speak through me. And all of the other blessed energies that come through me affect me as well. So as I am a seasoned traveler on this spiritual journey, there is always room for growth. There's always room for enlightenment. There's always room for blossoming abundance, okay? And so as I was in this morning, I woke up and I have a million things on my mind, as we all do every day. But as I said last weekend, I am preparing for a trip. And yes, I am very excited about it. Much needed after the year we've had, after losing my son, all of that. I am grateful that a way has been provided for me to go away for the week or most of the week and to kind of recalibrate. But don't be surprised if I come back midweek with a message. Because I always follow the guidance that is given to me, because this is my life purpose. And yes, we all deserve some time to ourselves, and I'm taking that. So we'll see what happens. Next weekend, I will be giving a reading because I'll be back home, but we'll see what happens during the week. So as I was waking up this morning with all these things on my mind, you know, I said, I'm thankful so much, universe, for everything that you've given me. And I noticed that my perspective has shifted. And I noticed that I didn't say or feel or think to myself, woe is me, I've had such a rough time with everything. I did feel very grateful that I have learned what I've learned throughout this journey, throughout things that have gone away or people that have gone away, or me leaving, walking away from certain toxic relationships and things like that. But I wasn't in that I wasn't viewing it as woe is me, I was such a victim. Because what I know from doing internal work within myself is that it's important and it's crucial to understand that life does throw us curveballs sometimes. Sometimes it's out of the blue. Sometimes it's so that we can wake up and awaken to truth, to our own truth, to our own self-respect and empowerment, and to be authentic within ourselves, guys. Okay? So something that really kind of resonated with me this morning is I was feeling into what message, Spirit, do you have for the group today? What do you have for me? And what can I bring to this beautiful weekend for everyone, from you through me to through this message? And so I was hearing, it is bittersweet. It is the end of the road for a certain path for some of you, and I was also feeling very inspired and motivated to keep moving forward and to not just wait for something to fall into my lap. Because, guys, I have some things going on that I'm going to be working on that I'm really excited about. And I'm not going to share that with you right now because I feel like I'm still learning and I'm still, I'm allowing the universe, I'm allowing my guides to guide me, but I'm also understanding more about my own empowerment, my own choices, and my abilities, talents, my skills, whatever it is, to enhance my forward movement. Okay, so I just needed to say that because I think some of you may have been stuck in a rut for a bit. I before I get into the cards, I will say, because I don't want to go too far, talk too much, but I'm just gonna say what I'm guided to say. I was at a graduation party last weekend for somebody that that I care about very much, and she was telling me that it's bittersweet that she's graduated from high school, and that she felt as if she's excited for the future, but yet she's leaving the safety and comfort of what she has known for the past 12 years in high school, through from kindergarten to high school, 12 years, whatever, 13 years, whatever it is. Because do we really count kindergarten? I don't know. But anyways, she was telling me how she was a bittersweet, and she was just like, it's kind of a shock almost, because what you've been used to for the past several years now has come to an end. And now it's time to adult and move forward, okay? And so as that came to mind this morning, and I was feeling into the cycles that we go through in life. And a lot of these messages, guys, if you think back and remember back, or even look back to some of these messages, a lot of them are about navigating through our path, our spiritual path, right? And our path in life. Some of you are very spiritual and tuned in, and some of you are you're kind of just, let me feel my way, let me listen and hear what I have to say, and you haven't quite found the way to kind of get into your own spiritual intuitive. And to be fair, some people are so in tune, and others are like, well, let me get the guidance from what this person has to say, which is perfectly fine, guys. But I was feeling as if I needed to look at this, work with this card deck this morning. It's Akashic Tarot, and interesting how the cover here, the picture on the cover, is one of the cards that popped out. So let's give thanks to our guides right now, and give yourself also a thanks for tuning in, for following on this path, and for not following me, but following your own path, and for being co-journeyers on this spiritual path, and learning as we grow and as we glow, right? So I did shuffle already just the first couple of cards, because I just want to show you what Spirit has to say here. The first card that popped out was the Four of Keys, right? Which I believe is a card of joy, celebration of victory. And so what I'm feeling here, as I was saying about the girl that graduated last week, how she was kind of like, this is the end of my journey in high school. Like, wow, you know? So it's like in this card, there's a tree that has fallen on the path, and this couple that was in this horse and wagon here, they can't go any further because the tree is in the way, and it's a big tree, right? This is a huge ending of a chapter, guys, okay? And the couple is like, how are the two of us gonna move this tree so we can move forward? Well, I will tell you something. Let me see if I could put that here. There we go. They don't have to move the tree out of the way because it is the end of that path. It is the end of that era, that whatever it was on their journey. And what I feel here is that they can go now in my meditations and my spiritual path along the way. I have had visions of paths. There was like something barricading the path so I couldn't go any further, and I was seeing it as a stopping point. That's the end of this thing in my life, whatever it was. Time to move on. And it can be bittersweet, guys. It can be bittersweet because we've been in that safety zone. We know exactly, I've been in this job, for instance. I've been in this job for a long time, and I know the ins and outs of this job. I'm comfortable with it. However, that's the end of upgrades and pay. It's the end of promotions. You've done what you could, and so it's the end. And it doesn't have to be sad. It's a indication that you've outgrown something, you've mastered something. And so in our spiritual path and in our the human path, in our everyday life, things change and shift all the time. This isn't something that's new or news, but it is confirmation from spirit that some of you are, what you've been putting off is coming to an end, and you will be moving forward because you've been inching closer and closer and closer and trying to figure out how to move and navigate through something or around something or over something. But Spirit says sometimes you don't need to do that because it's the end. It is a fated end of the line, okay? Type of thing for all of us in some way or another. And it feels like there's something opening up that's a brand new blossoming into something beautiful, right? It's another new how do I say this? I'm sorry, I'm stammering. I'm just trying to listen to what's coming in. It is not a, how do I say this? Some people say jumping timelines. I'm more of a, it's an opening of a new path, okay? Because that one's done. And it's funny because when I feel into that the end of a path, I always see like cobwebs and something that's just not, it's not safe to go that way anymore because it's brings in stagnation and just no growth, stunting the growth. And I always think of Lord of the Rings, that movie. I think it was that one or The Hobbit, I don't remember, where they're having to go through a treacherous path and it's filled with giant spider webs and cobwebs and there's giant creatures, spiders and things like that. So against their better judgment, I think they went through anyways, but I can't remember. But that's what I see when I look at this card. It's like, really? Do you really want to try to go in there when you could go on this other path? It's like beautiful. Brand new for you. So Spirit is saying that if it feels like repetition, then, and what I'm trying to say here is, like with these messages, we hear these things all the time, right? But there's always going to be a shift in your path somewhere along the line. So that's what Spirit's trying to say. But in this case, for some of you, there's something going on that you're just, you feel it, you have felt it, you haven't felt the same about something for quite some time. And I do believe you've been kind of fighting it and not wanting to know and not wanting to hear and not wanting to face that whatever this is, this changing for you, it's, now you're realizing it's like the clouds separating, moving away, and the sun comes through to show you, here is the path that you're supposed to be on. This one has ended. Please embrace it and move forward. Okay? Now, I also pulled, or this card picked us. I don't pull cards, they fall out, and I use those because I believe Spirit guides. That's the guidance and energy that I feel, and so I'm guided to share this card with you, the same card that was on the cover of the box that I showed you for the deck that I'm using. So we have the Queen of Squirrels here. This is, to me, this feels like a, you have a blank slate and you have some decisions to make, right? Do I go this way? Do I go that way? But Spirit says, anyway, away from that path is the right way. Because now you are in this place. It's like this sacred bubble of wisdom is what I'm hearing, right? Interesting choice of words that they use sometimes. But I feel like you are, we all of us are in this place where it's sort of like you're not afraid anymore to leave behind what is no longer, I'm going to say valid. That's what I'm hearing. And I know that at first I was thinking, what no longer serves you? That's such a widely used term. But for me, I feel like in this case, it's what's no longer valid in your life. And what's no longer valid in your life could be anything. And I will more than likely touch on whatever it is for some of you, some of the stories here that this relates to. And I feel like it is a, for some reason I'm seeing a bus, like a public transportation. So it feels like end of the line, I have to get off this bus now. I've been using this bus as my form of transportation, but now it's time, I have to walk the rest of the way, or I have to have faith in myself that I can get to where I'm going now. And so I feel like the bus represents it was a form of safety, like, okay, this bus driver, I didn't have to think about the routes to take because the bus driver did it for me or whatever. But now I have to look at this this map here of mine and know that I can do this on my own, right? I know where I know which path to take to get to where I need to be. And sometimes, guys, we don't even know where we need to be. We just follow this path because it is the right path. It feels right, and we have to experience the journey and to love the journey, and to know that whatever challenges I have been through in the past, I've learned from them, and I know how to now deal with them. Not necessarily navigate away from them, but know how to deal with things that come up because I've learned. Because you've done this, guys. You've learned along the way. And you've used that amazing self-empowerment to propel yourself to do things for yourself, okay? Don't get me wrong. It's great to have assistance from people. But you have to also know that you have the power to move yourself along. You have the power, you have the empowerment, you have the ability, you have the courage, the wisdom, the intellect, the ability to create and it's almost like a blank page, but you're filling in your path. You're filling in the map, right? So you don't really know all the intricate details of your path, and you may know, like, this is what I want to achieve. Yes, that's great. But some of us, and I've been guilty of this, you want to, if you ever like look at a map, if you're in the mall or something, and it says you are here, and there's a little red dot, and then they have all these little locations. Okay, you could go anywhere here, and we'll show you how. But I feel like sometimes we want to just jump right to where we want to be, the outcome. And so Spirit says, listen, as with like in a mall, right? When you're on your path to the store where you want to go to, there's all kinds of tempting stores along the way. Well, I could go in here, I could go in there, I could go in there. Oh, this looks good. So Spirit says, enjoy your journey. Enjoy it. Stop and smell the roses. Look at the beauty around you, whatever it is. Maybe you're into photography and oh, this bright new shiny camera here, this will enhance my career, what I want for the outcome. But so if you rush, you miss out on important things along the way, right? I was telling my daughter yesterday, we were talking about how I've really picked up I tuned into my energy for my creative energy, right? Where I've really been, painting is my passion. And I've really noticed a difference in my paintings. And so I said to her, you know, I feel like sometimes when I paint, this is how I used to be. Like, I would start painting and just wanted to be done with it. I just want to see the outcome right now. And so I would take a few shortcuts. And I said to her yesterday, I said, remind me, I said, I have to go and pick up some gesso. It's like a paste that you put down on your canvas to make it smoother, because canvases can sometimes be super dry and it absorbs the paint and you have to use a lot of paint, or it looks better when you use something to put on the canvas so it's a smoother finish, okay? So the canvas doesn't absorb all the paint at once. So I was not doing that because I just wanted to get the painting done. And so I said to her, I have to start doing that because I want my paintings to look their best. I want to do my best. And so it's kind of that way in our journey. We want the outcome now. And so we skip all the good stuff along the way, the tools to enhance how it could be in the future, how whatever outcome we want it to be. And that's how the universe is. It's like, you missed this, this, and this. Let me open these doors for you. And maybe it seems like your journey to your destination is longer, but the universe is saying, take your time. Enjoy the goodness and pick up everything you can that is given to you to enhance your spiritual journey, so that when you get to where it is, this manifestation, whatever it is you want to do, you've learned the tips and tools along the way, right? You've learned from that. And so Spirit says you're in charge of these things. You can control yourself on this path. Do I want to rush and miss the beauty of everything that I could that could enhance my outcome, or do I want to just jump right to the outcome? So I feel like maybe I feel like Spirit is saying to us, allow the right timing for things. Okay, allow it, because it's worth it. Because we are working in tandem with the universe, and the universe is like, I have something way better. You're just not seeing it because you're too much in a rush. So allow the timing. Allow yourself to, enjoy whatever comes along the way. And that goes with blessings, because the universe, there's so many blessings out there, right? And we miss them if we're in a rush. And so I feel like it is a very important message from Spirit to us. Okay? Another reason why I'm going on vacation, and I keep talking about this probably because I'm excited, but it's because I'm giving back to myself. And I haven't done this. I don't think I've ever gone on a vacation. I'll just say without a partner, because I've always relied on someone else to kind of take control. And right now it's me, and I'm doing this for, I'm gonna say, self-respect and for growth. And I have to say I'm pretty proud of myself for doing this, because this is huge for me. It shows me that I have the strength. I have grown into somebody who is not codependent anymore. And I can do things for myself. I can do nice things for myself. And I can allow myself to enjoy life. Okay? So, I do want to say that I've been feeling the energy in support of the universe. And so I do want to, before we get back to these cards, my eye is on the universe cards here. So I do want to just ask the universe what it is, what message that the universe has for us in regards to this message, because I feel it's really, thank you. Wow, that one really flew out. Okay. So whoever this applies to, and I think it will apply to all of us in some way, shape, or form. And I'll show you the card in a sec. $1 million is a lot, only when you don't have it. With 10 million, 1 million can practically be overlooked and is therefore much less intimidating. Pretend you have 10 million. And then the universe signs. The universe always has something clever at the bottom. So the universe says, to the bank. The universe. $1 million is a lot only when you don't have it. With 10 million, 1 million can practically be overlooked and is therefore much less intimidating. Pretend you have 10 million. Okay. Thank you, universe. So I truly believe, guys, that we are so priceless within ourselves, within our soul. We are priceless. And at times we have felt like we're not, and we've overlooked all the good things. And that's the way it is on our path, and Spirit is saying, don't overlook the priceless things on your journey. This whole spiritual, this whole path, this whole everything is about the journey, guys. It's about learning, it's about growth, it's about experiencing pain, it's about experiencing perceptions that are not clear, and then learning from that. It is about the clouds clearing after a rough storm. It is about understanding that life is life. But within our soul, within our inner being, there is no one like us. We are priceless beyond belief. And guys, I was sort of hearing this interesting, how do I say this? Maybe a theory. As I was scrolling through YouTube, I was hearing this person say, listen guys, we can get caught up so much in, we can get trapped into certain beliefs. This is why I'm spiritual and don't have a certain religion, okay? My only religion is love. But she was saying we can get caught up in certain things where we get trapped into a mindset of this is how it is, this is how it will be, this is how it should be. And it hit me that we all go through that in certain parts of our life, right? And so we beat ourselves up for making a decision that maybe it didn't turn out the way you thought. But did it really not turn out the way you thought, or did we bring that on ourselves? You know, by being in that perspective that was not open to the possibilities, and we just had one track thought, one track mindset. So what I'm trying to get to here, and I apologize if I'm going back and forth, but what I'm trying to get to here is that we can cause our own pitfalls, our own traps, our own mindsets, our own, one way of thinking. But that doesn't mean we have to fall into that routine of beating ourselves up for it. Quite the opposite. We have to be thankful that we we awakened to something that wasn't working for us, like a perspective, a mindset, a belief or something, and that we get within the authenticity of who we really are, what we really believe, and what resonates with us. Okay? So I know that's kind of deep and everything, but I'm trying to explain it the best I can as what I'm feeling this, and it's hard sometimes to put feelings into words, right? So I hope you understood that. But spirit, the universe, the beings out there that are of good and light and guides and angels and all of those who are with us on a daily basis, I feel like they kind of, at least with me along my path, I feel like they were kind of like scratch your head going, okay, well, she'll get it eventually. But if she could just see herself the way we see her, she would never have to go through these struggles. But that's not the way it works, guys. We have to go through some things, and we have to experience life in order to come out sort of on the other side of where we've been. And we have to experience the path that was blocked because it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work in our life anymore. It doesn't go where it kind of just stops us. And that's not what we want. We have to keep moving and experience life and fall in love with life again. If you haven't ever experienced joy and happiness, pure joy and happiness, now's the time. And I think that I feel like some of you are really feeling that. I do feel a very strong feeling of Aries energy. And this doesn't apply just to Aries people, but I do feel that energy of I'm a winner here. I'm like winning. I'm tired of not reaching that winning that place of winning, the winner, right? But I feel like it's already there. You've already reached that place just by working on your inner self and knowing that being a winner is allowing yourself to experience the things in life, to learn from that, and you're already a winner, because that's a huge step in moving forward in growth. Allowing the journey, allowing yourself to experience the journey. A lot of us, and I'll use this as an example, when we know something is coming and it's inevitable, sometimes we feel dread, and it's not a pleasant feeling. It's like, oh God, I don't look forward to this. But if we can project what's on the other side of that, something beautiful, then we can allow ourselves to move through that part of our life, whether it's painful or not, to something more beautiful. And I feel like that's how we get through things like grief um, and forward movement. Okay. And so I do feel as if we are in a very beautiful time. Some of us, some of you are into numerology or numbers, or maybe you've been seeing synchronicities. Your energy is drawing your attention to these numbers. Some people feel that it's loved ones trying to reach you. Some people feel that it's angels trying to let you know they're there. I personally feel like these numbers are significant, um, and it is a way for you to focus on something other than what you've been focusing on that wasn't maybe so good for you. Okay. However, I do see and feel the number 7. I feel 777 or 7 or some combination of sevens for whatever reason. I am going to actually just look at that. I have a book here on numbers. Yeah, see, that's what I was feeling, is that you're on the right path. The outcome will exceed your expectation. The number 7 is a sign that divine magic is supporting you and opening doors of opportunity. So I feel that 7 resonates with some of you who are watching or listening. It is a number of, I feel it's a very spiritual number. That's me personally. You guys can, whatever you feel resonates with you is what's right for you, okay? Never, never, never do I push anything on anybody. This is what I feel with the number 7 right now. I do feel as if our angels and our guides have a lot to do with this as well, because maybe they're guiding us or they're supporting us, but whether or not we see numbers and synchronicities, our angels and our guides are there, okay? It's just that sometimes it's like a distraction. Let's focus on something else. And then you look into these numbers and you see, oh my gosh, this is inspirational. Yeah, I'm on the right path. The outcome will exceed my expectations if I do my part and I just allow myself to experience this journey, okay? I do want to look at the Sacred Destiny cards for a sec, okay? Because I feel that they're significant here today. And guys, when I use these tools, thank you, Spirit. When I use these tools, these cards are tools and they're confirmation of what Spirit is trying to say, and I feel like it is just a visual confirmation, right? And I don't want you to ever think that you can't move through life if you don't get a card reading. Card readings are great, and they're a great confirmation of the message, but you have the ability to make your decisions, and it's time to kind of get off that bus, so to speak, and create your own map. Because look what just popped out. I'm gonna go with this one first, taking risks. So it looks like Spirit is saying, get off the crutch. Stop using people as a crutch or other things as a crutch, and rely on yourself, because you can do this. But here's the card that came out too. Stand still. When we don't, how do I say this? Oh, Spirit, help me out here. When we rely on everybody else, including our angels and our guides, when we rely on them too much, we can be in a standstill, because what they're trying to say is, we're not turning our back on you, we're not giving up on you, but you need to understand that you have to do your part too. We're here to guide you, we're here to love you, we're here to inspire you and motivate you and move you. But in the end, it's your decision, right? At the end of the day, you make that decision. And the angels are kind of just, and the guides are kind of just cheering you on, going, okay, is she going to do it on her own this time? And when you do, I feel like I'll use me as an example. I have a really close bond with my guides, my angels, with God. And up until recently, I have relied on them for everything. And one day I stopped feeling so connected. And I cried because I was like, what's going on? Where are you? I need you. Where are you? And I was feeling into this beautiful energy of self, the empowerment within myself. And I was feeling the presence. I knew they were there. And I was feeling into the energy of support, but I was also feeling like it was a combined effort. Now, instead of just, what do I do, what do I do, what I do, guides, it's, you have the tools. We're here to support you. We're here to motivate you. We're here to move you, help you move forward. We're here to protect you. But at the end of the day, you are this person. You are the Queen of Squirrels. You have your blank open book before you. And when fate steps in, they're there. When things happen that are supposed to happen, they're there. The universe is always there. But you have to realize that you are strong, you are capable, and you can do this with grace, whatever it is. You are your own map. You are your journey. They're there with you. They're always going to be there with you, your guides, your angels. But there comes a time when you have to do some things for yourself and be thankful. I still connect with my guides all the time. But now I know that I have the ability to make my decisions, to make the decisions, to move forward, to do those things, and know that their support is there and their protection is there, and I can move forward. I can do things. I can rely on my intuitive. I can know that my angels will protect me. This is maturity, spiritually speaking. It is maturity. And it is I'm so thankful that I have learned that lesson. And I feel like our angels are like, you're our equal. We're all energy. You are our equal. We're just here because we're in a different form. We're in a, however you want to think of your guide, celestial, whatever, earthly energy, earth energy, however you want to feel into what your guides are, your angels are. We're all connected energetically. And so I personally feel as if I still have so much respect and always will for my guides. And for some reason, the ones that I resonate with the most, I feel like they are almost like, they're part of my higher self, right? Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, those archangels, and other spiritual beings that come in to comfort or to console or to just be there with love. Guys, we have what it takes to move forward. And if your path is blocked, it means, more than likely, in this case, that it is the end of that path, right? You can't go anymore in that direction. Move forward. And maybe it's the universe saying, you've been leaping too far ahead and missing things. Time to go on another path where you can see what you've missed, or you can experience what's coming. As you go forward on your path, it's time to allow yourself to experience these things. And we learn from those things along the way. Okay, I was thinking of a rose bush with the thorns. The thorns protect the flower. If you look at it, you don't want to touch the stem of a rose bush because it hurts. I've been poked before by thorns, and they're not pleasant. It's not pleasant. But But we learn along the way, guys. And I don't want to be repetitive here, but I do feel as if transformation is here in regards to our path, guys. Understanding who we are on this path. We don't just wait for things to fall into our lap. We make these decisions. We move forward. And we trust that our guides, if we move forward in a way that there's something on the path, there'll be a roadblock. If there's something that we're not supposed to experience, there will be a roadblock. But it's a transformation. It is morphing into a beautiful butterfly after being in a cocoon, right? And so I just want to wrap this message up because we are 45 minutes in already, guys. I want to wrap this up with a message from another message. Don't roll your eyes, because I know myself, I'm not the most patient person sometimes, and my daughter will be like, she'd be the first to say, yeah, Mom, I totally agree. But this card here, see the bird, is that a, it's not a goose, what do you call that? Anyways, look how gracefully he or she is flying. Like, let me just fly. That's all I have to worry about. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, experience the journey, fly free, and allow yourself to be carried with the wind. Allow yourself to know and experience the things along the way. Okay? I feel like the next reading that I'm going to do is going to be a more personalized, I don't know why, I just feel like it's a more personalized reading. And I may record another one after this and then post it during the week. But I feel like some of you need some more personal direction and guidance. And so this could very well be a pick a card reading. I highly encourage you guys to, I haven't put details in the description on my readings when I do my readings, but I do encourage you, if you need direction, that you connect, find somebody who is a life coach, or you can connect with me, because I feel some of you do need direction, and it would be my honor if you would like help with something. I am here. And you can contact me at blossoming-souls1111 at gmail.com. I do feel that my readings, I could be incorporating something a little different in my readings coming up. And I can't quite tell you what that is right now, but I do feel that coming. And it is for everyone's benefit, for your benefit. But I will have to have some patience on that. So whatever that changes that's coming in, I feel it, and I know it is coming. So thank you guys for being here, for being on this journey of learning and growth on this spiritual path and in life. And for those of you who know me well and that I communicate with on a regular basis, you guys mean the world to me. And so I just wanted to put that out there. You know who you are. Stay connected with yourself. Stay connected with the universe. Listen to the universe. And if you feel you can't hear the universe, take some time to just sit in quiet and hear your own voice. Okay? It's really important. I will sign off here with a a beautiful, sending you beautiful, loving energy, healing energy, and I'm hearing abundance. So thank you, Archangel Ariel. I do feel that there is transformation to clear the path for abundance in your life. And however that resonates, you take it that way. Okay? Much love, much light to all of you. Have a great week ahead. And until next time, namaste.